What if I told you 5 massive Boeing 777 jets made in the United States ended up flying for Iran? Despite years of Western sanctions, this is the true story of how Iran quietly acquired some of the world's most advanced long-haul aircraft, and how they did it without the world stopping them. It begins with aircraft that once served Singapore Airlines and its Thai subsidiary NokScoot. These Boeing 777-200ERs were built in the early 2000s and flew international routes for almost 2 decades. But when the COVID-19 pandemic struck, global travel collapsed. Many airlines grounded jets, and some were retired entirely. These 777 were placed in storage, first in Alice Springs, Australia, and later in Cambodia. Normally, retired jets are sold, leased, or scrapped. But Iran had a huge obstacle. For decades, the United States and European Union have had sanctions against Iran's aviation industry. These sanctions make it illegal for Boeing, which uses US-made technology, to sell aircraft parts or services directly to Iran. So, Iran couldn't just buy these jets openly. They needed a workaround. In 2025, a mysterious startup called UDAAN Aviation registered the planes in Madagascar, using the country's 5R aircraft code. Numbers like 5R, RIS, 5R, ISA, and 5R, HER. On paper, these jets were supposed to be ferried for maintenance, but in reality, the temporary registration certificates were fraudulently extended beyond their expiration, a fact later confirmed by the Civil Aviation Authority of Madagascar. Then, on July 15, 2025, all 5 jets departed from Siem Reap in Cambodia, with their transponders turned off, making them nearly invisible to public flight tracking. Hours later, 2 landed in Chabahar, 2 in Zahedan, and 1 in Mashhad, Iran. This was a major moment, the first time Boeing 777 jets had entered Iran under these circumstances. They are widely believed to be destined for Mahan Air, Iran's largest private airline, an airline already sanctioned by the United States for alleged ties to the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. So, here's the real question. Now that these 5 Boeing 777 aircraft are in Iran, and the world knows how they were acquired, why don't other countries stop them when they land? The answer is simple. International aviation runs on law, not headlines. Once these aircraft were officially registered under Iran's aviation authority, they became legally Iranian aircraft. Under the 1944 Chicago Convention, countries recognize each other's aircraft registrations. So if the plane has a valid registration, an airworthiness certificate, and an approved flight plan, most countries cannot deny entry. Without a formal legal ban, US sanctions are powerful, but they are not automatically global law. Unless a country has specifically banned that Iranian airline, it may not have legal grounds to block the aircraft. That's why some nations refuse them, while others allow them. It's not about what people know, it's about what the law allows. In international aviation, documentation decides everything.